Hello everybody, it's Chris. We are leaving the village of Kancamangus to go on an awesome ride on the Kancamangus Highway. It's about a 45-minute ride. This won't be a 45-minute video, believe me. And it follows the Swift River, which you may be able to see there through the trees. White Mountain National Forest. We're going to get some incredible views of that river. There's a couple of spots where, like, they're kind of famous for people going into the river and hanging out. And on a hot day like today, now it's early in the morning and it's a weekday. I say it's early in the morning, it's just past 9 in the morning on a Wednesday, so I don't know how much activity will be on this road, but or in the river, but we'll see. So one of the things new Spyder riders experience, and I certainly did, especially, I believe, especially those of us who came from two wheels, is the whole concept of centrifugal force on cornering. Even like wide arc corners. Like I remember entering the New York State Thruway on an on-ramp and a very gradual curve, but I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm going way too fast. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going way too fast. I feel like I'm getting thrown off the machine. And that's because on a two-wheel motorcycle, you're leaning in those corners and you never experience that. Well, the Spyder has incredible technologies in it. What Can-Am and other manufacturers call VSS, Vehicle Stability System, and that's anti-lock brakes, anti-roll features and whatnot. Just there's like 3 or 4 different technological, oh no, road work, I don't like that kind of sign, but there's various technologies that prevent the Spyder from flipping. Now I am certain if I hit even a wide arc, this corner at high speeds, and cut the corner too fast, turn the handlebars too fast, maybe I would flip. But unless you're a lunatic and riding like a lunatic, I can't imagine many people flipping this thing unless there's an accident of some sort. Something darts out in front of them, or, you know, some freak accident. But despite the fact that the Spyder might not be in a position where it's going to flip, you might feel that because of centrifugal force. And you kind of help by just leaning. So we're taking a left here, and so I'm going to lean to the left, shift my weight to the left. One, I'm helping the Spyder by putting more weight on the left side. I don't think the Spyder needed it at that speed on that corner, but it doesn't hurt the Spyder, certainly, and it helps me. It eliminates that, or reduces that sensation of like a force trying to throw me off the Spyder. So here's a wide arc to the right. I'm not going to lean into this, but if I didn't lean to the right but instead lean to the left, like, you know, it feels like, oh my gosh, if I'm not careful, I'm going to get thrown. And while we're on the subject of, you know, riding characteristics on the Spyder, my next video is going to be on an interstate highway, which is at the end of this road, and that's Interstate 93, which goes from New Hampshire into Massachusetts and basically into Boston, the Boston area. And I'm going to do a short video on 93 on how smooth and stable the Spyder is, and how, you know, some people comment about twitchy or jumpy steering on the Spyder, and I'm going to show you. Oh, there it is. Look at all those people this early in the morning. Lower Falls Scenic Area. Wow, that ledge is beautiful. Oh yeah. So I'm going to do a video after this one, kind of just demonstrating how smooth and stable this thing is, including hands-off riding, which I do not recommend. I'm doing it for demonstration purposes, but I do not recommend you ride without hands on the handlebars. Quite frankly, there are probably a lot of things I do that I don't recommend. And some of you chastise me on the channel, I know that. I don't always stop at stop signs. Oh, I love this sign. I always safely take stop signs very seriously, but occasionally I'm in a position where I feel like, you know, I can roll slowly through this, and I do not recommend anybody else do that. I am not, this channel is not like a role model channel. I am the last, there's 8 billion people in the world, and all of the other 8 billion people are better suited to be role models than me. This is just a channel about a guy who has a Spyder, goes on adventures, and if you're into the Spyder and into travel and adventures, you might want to come along. Isn't that river beautiful? That's the Swift River, and this road basically follows it, I believe, the whole way, all the way to Lincoln. It's going to be a hot one today. It's still cool right now. It's in the 70s. The Spyder thermometer says it's 79. My guess is it's closer to 75. But it's early yet. 9:18 in the morning. And it's going to be in this area, in the White Mountains, it's going to be in the high 80s today. When we get out of the mountains, when we head south towards Boston, it's going to get into the 90s, which is why I've got my mesh shirt on, my mesh gloves. And these gloves offer minimal, that suede is like minimal abrasion protection. The shirt offers none. This is really, for me, protection from the sun. Turn after turn. I just love this road. It's not quite climbing Mount Washington, which I did yesterday. If you haven't seen the last video that I shot climbing Mount Washington, it's epic. It really is. But this road is pretty awesome. Lots of neat little pullovers on this road, and I have the Insta360 camera mounted for a reason. Believe me, I'm going to put it on. I'm just kind of stingy where I use it, because again, adding, I mentioned this on a couple of videos, adding the 360 video to my videos adds a kind of a layer of complexity. It's not that bad, but it's not something I just want to shoot willy-nilly. I want to be judicious in how I use it. Alright, so we're climbing. We're at 1,600 plus feet. I want to say the peak on this road is only a couple of thousand feet, because we're going through the mountains, we're not climbing up them or over them. So now we're approaching 1,900 feet. There's a hairpin turn up ahead that is just something, and if I recall, there's a really cool lookout pullover area that has just some breathtaking views. Awesome. Oh wow. So we're at 2,000 feet, just over 2,000 feet, so that peak is what, 4,000 feet? I don't know. Okay, that hairpin turn that I mentioned, you can see it right here on the Garmin. Wow, we're approaching, we're going to hit 2,500 feet here soon. That must be like near the high of this road. Oh yeah. This is where the road gets awesome. I mean, the whole road is awesome, but this is really, really cool. Especially because we're climbing and dipping. When you add that to the twisties, it just takes it to a whole new level. Oh wow, that's a neat lookout. We'll stop at one of the lookouts up ahead. 2855. This must be the high point. Wow, look at that. Oh, I'm gonna lower the windscreen. Oh my. I love that ledge, that rock face there. Whoa. This is so cool. Like to see that sign. I'm going to turn the Insta360 on in the next straightaway. Wow. I won't want to get a blowout in the right tire in a corner like that. Or in the left tire in a corner like this. Okay, so I'm going to turn the Insta360 on. We're approaching this hairpin turn, and I want to have it recording when we hit that, so I'm going to... So you can see that's the hairpin turn in miniature, I guess, but like here it is on the iPhone. Wow, look at those views. Jeez. Here we come. Hairpin curve, 20 miles per hour. Okay, so I am going to pull in. This is before we get to the hairpin curve. I'm going to just pull in here. Hancock Trailhead. I'm not going to stop here. We're going to just enjoy this view. Oh wow. Oh my. Oh my. That is something. All right, let's hit this hairpin turn. Wow, this is a hairpin turn. I know I've got viewers who live in the Rocky Mountains, who live in, you know, in Europe. I know this is probably a joke compared to some of the roads you ride. There's a guy who's got a great channel, Martin the Vlogger, and he lives in Slovakia. And he does Spyder tours. Like, you can fly out to, I don't know where you'd fly in to get to Slovakia, but you know, it's like a package deal. You're in a hotel, or hotels, I guess, throughout that part of Europe over a period of days, and you rent a Spyder, and he kind of rides you. He knows the roads, and he takes you on an awesome, like, adventure. So, like, if he were to see this, he'd say, oh my gosh, that road's nothing. But to us in the northeastern United States, this is kind of pretty awesome. So we just left the White Mountain National Forest. We're approaching the town of Lincoln, which, kind of like North Conway, there's a lot of commercial activity in Lincoln. Great ski resort there, Loon Mountain. I skied many times when I was a younger guy. In fact, I can see the chairlift, one of the chairlifts at Loon Mountain now. I don't know if you can make it out with the GoPro, or depending on what you're watching this on, but that's the Loon Mountain ski area. I'll lower the windscreen as we approach Lincoln. There are speed blowers. So that's Loon Mountain, which is a great ski mountain. So the next video again will be stability demonstration on an interstate highway riding through the beautiful mountains of New Hampshire. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you have any comments on anything we talked about the Spyder, about the White Mountains, or anything, please comment. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, if you would subscribe, I appreciate that. I appreciate you watching, especially if you got to the end. And until that next video, you have a great day. Bye-bye.